Hi guys. Today we're gonna talk about how we heal naturally gangrene, 100%. So me and my husband will tell you the story about my mother-in-law and how she was struggling with a gangrene. So, okay, can you tell me what's going on and how we start?
Well, it was probably about 5 years ago, at least, maybe a little bit longer, that my mom had many health issues, but one of the health issues she had was that she had diabetes for many years, and she was starting to get a lot of complications from the diabetes, including,
Cancer, too.
well, she had cancer
Yeah.
too, but I mean, we're not really talking about her cancer, but
Mm-hmm.
she had neuropathy, and she ended up also getting gangrene in her toes, and like about three of her toes had totally turned black, and it was starting to even start to spread in the back of her foot up her heel
Yeah,
to some degree.
before actually it turned black, in the summer, she said she started to complain about she have the big toe start to be little bit little spot, um, red spot on the tip toe, and so I thought like something wrong here because she have a diabetes, and I know she have like so much trouble with health, and she have a cancer for 20 years, and how much medication she take, and she have a diabetes. So I said, something not good here. So after that we went to hospital, and I took her to hospital, and they said no, everything is fine, look like she have a wrong shoes, so the shoes may be too tight. So okay, shoes too tight, and we changed the shoes, and she started to more complain and start to be more to change the color. The toes start to be change the color like for like a dark red, and the heel too dark red. And so I said, you know what, it look like it's a gangrene. I'm not a doctor, but to me just like I see something not right. So after that, we I take her again to the emergency room, and they said no, everything's fine, everything's fine. And so we went to Florida 1 year for Christmas, and my husband's daughter took her actually to hospital because she was in a pain. So at this point, the toe started to turn black, and the heel started to be like a purplish. And after that, they they again doesn't want to admit her to hospital, and so we came home, and I see how's and start to be in progress. I mean, the gangrene start to be bad, and after that, probably months after maybe, so you can see hers gangrene go up to the knee. That like stripes go to from toe to the knee, like like dark dark red stripes, like probably like for whole, the her leg up the knee. So then we went hospital, and they admit, and they said actually yes, she have a gangrene, and she stay in the hospital for 6 days. They did whatever need to do, give her antibiotics and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they'd given her some intravenous antibiotics, and they did a full course of those. And I guess she was in the hospital about 6 days, and the insurance had run out at that point and said that that was it, time to go.
Mm-hmm.
And they kicked her to the curb.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, whatever they tried from the conventional medicine was having no effect whatsoever, not helping. Nothing was helping.
Yeah.
So
Plus she has started to be like bad neuropathy.
yeah, her neuropathy was getting worse, and at that point, the doctors were saying that shortly after that they were saying that they were going to have to amputate those 3 toes.
Yeah, the foot doctor. We went to foot doctor. He said, "Oh, we're gonna we can do nothing. So we're gonna do amputate. It's just a 1 hour operation." And I said, "How is she gonna be feel?" He said, "Oh, she's gonna be fine. How is she gonna walk? She's gonna be fine. And how long is it gonna take? 3 weeks. Like 3 weeks at 85, she's gonna be fine." And so, of course, I'm not believe that. And my husband start to research. Yeah, you went to natural store first. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first thing. Is I went to the Nature's Way store, which is about half hour from us, and I was talking to some people there, and they have some naturopathic doctors that are associated with the store that come in 1 or 2 nights a week, I think, for a couple hours. So I talked to one of the naturopathic doctors, and they had recommended to do the alternating hot and cold baths to get the circulation stimulated between the heat and the cold.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of the first things we started to do.
Yeah.
And I'd also researched about the marshmallow root.
Yeah, we gotta put on the water. We actually did with hot bath. We put a marshmallow root, and she have a dry gangrene. It's called like they have like 2 different kind of gangrene. It's dry and wet. And wet it's like open wound. So she didn't have that. So that's actually a good sign for, not good sign, but it's good for to do that. For gangrene.
Yeah, she had the dry gangrene, which was easier to work with because if you have the open gangrene, it could get infected if you had anything get in it.
So we did it. And next day it was amazing. Next day the all strips go down. So whatever she have up the knee, it was disappear. So it was give us a good sign. We start to do something right. So it was big, actually,
Right. You could see that there was something was happening, something was improving.
Yeah.
There was some signs of improvement for the first time. So I continued to do some more research, and had come across some research about what the power of cayenne pepper and what it could do, and heard different stories and different testimonies from people. And at the time, I said, well, this sounds like it's a very good possibility that this could help her, so let's give it a try. And we started to give her
circulation. Yeah.
Right, the liquid cayenne pepper to increase her circulation and open up her veins and arteries, which it did. It did open up her veins and arteries, and the blood and the oxygenated blood started. That was another thing that we'd given her, was the cell food, which was to get the oxygen back into her bloodstream.
Mm-hmm.
So she was also taking the cell food, and between the cayenne and the cell food and the other things, it's actually got that oxygenated blood back in there, and it started to reverse the death of the tissue in those toes.
So cayenne pepper, we start to give like 15 drops 3 times a day, and I have a cup of juice or water. 15 drops probably for water is a little bit too strong, but that's for her. We actually did because she need a little more power. So for her wounds, for her toes, we put a colonial silver gel, and for we give her olive leaf extract, what is antibacterial, antivirus. It's very good for your immune system. Black seed oil in capsules or can be liquid too. And so she take that 1 spoon a day, and fish oil. Fish oil is too very good for any kind of actually problem. So you need to take good fish oil, not just whatever cheapest, but you need to just see what kind of fish oil. So we actually give her cayenne pepper start for 15, and after
We started with like 15 drops in some juice, and eventually I guess it was up to about 30
Yeah,
drops per
yeah.
glass, a tall glass.
Yeah.
And she would do that about
3 times
three
a day.
times a day. In the end, I guess she was doing it 3 times a day. She built up to that,
Yeah. She
gradually.
take no problem.
But she was pretty tough, and she had no problem with it.
Yeah. So after that, it started to be healed. It was not for just for a day. It took like probably at least 6 months. It started from the little toe, and the last was the nails. Actually, nails stay long, just black, and after even nails turn right, it just turn like supposed to be, nice and beautiful. And when she went to after she broke her hip, and after that she started to drive, and little after that she broke her hip, and when she was in rehab, people said, "Oh, you have a beautiful and just cute feet," and we laugh like, "Yeah, she have a beautiful right now." So we fighting. I'm fighting with all the doctors, and food doctor, vascular doctor, diabetics doctor. Nobody believe me. Nobody tell her stop doing that because it's not right. But one doctor, food doctor, actually admit, and he said to me, "You was right, and I was wrong." That was a big deal. And so that's how we did it. And I will show you next video how I do cayenne pepper myself, because when you buy in a store, it's a little bit they dilute it with water, and I don't do diluted. I just put everything is just 2 ingredients: cayenne powder and vodka. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you how I do it, and it's easy to make. And my friend, maybe I will invite her. Maybe she will come, and she have actually stroke. That's who is first talking about cayenne pepper too, and she's amazingly healed from cayenne pepper, from stroke. And I had that some problem with my heart, and the doctor gave me prednisone, and I took it, and I thought I'm gonna die. I thought my heart is start to be something wrong. I thought I'm gonna have a heart attack or a stroke. So my husband actually took me downstairs in the kitchen and gave me a cayenne pepper. It's a little bit honey. In 10 minutes, I was perfectly fine. In 10 minutes. That's how powerful cayenne pepper is. So I hope this video helps for you, and you'll be watching and help you a lot of issue what you have. Research more, Googling, just ask the questions, and thank you for watching. Thank you.